I'm gonna put a YouTube video up about this, actually. Let's do it, okay? So here's the thing, right? Here's a problem, you guys, right? I see a lot of people talking shit, saying, Nshadow, he's so salty, bro. All he does is say this god loses when he loses a matchup, man. He'll never admit to outplay. First of all, I literally evaluate every single game that I'm in, man. From start to finish, I will tell you what the matchup is like, how we can try to change that, you know, things like that. I always say if I'm in an advantageous position because of the god, 100% say it every single time, dude. Every fucking time. But people don't want to hear that, the truth about that kind of stuff. They don't want to hear like, oh, we lost because I was Ratatask, or we lost because of this, you know? There's like, in Joust, the way that it is right now, it's so polarized towards the top picks that if you pick something like Ratatasker into an ADC, man, you do lose, dude. You lose. unless the guy is bronze level and you're masters level, you fucking lose. If you're at anywhere near an even playing field, you lose. There can be, you know, you can have the hypest fucking matchup for you. You can go 10-1 on certain gods. Guardians, fucking assassins that with no push, with big kill potential, but no push, no clear. It just doesn't matter, dude. You will lose because of the matchup. But people don't want to hear that. And the real thing, the thing that happens is people absolutely fucking hate to hear, and they'll say it over and over again. They'll make fun of me because they don't want to hear that certain gods just can't do it, dude. Like, why do you think fucking Ymir is not used at top level Joust play? Like, I don't know, dude. Maybe it's because Ymir doesn't have the tools that a fucking Hebo does, you know? So it's very discouraging to hear it, and I understand that, but it's something that people have to understand, dude. Why do you think that when certain people just pick an OP god, they can climb? I've had a guy, dude, that was in my chat, could not get past gold for the longest time. Picked up Ho Yi and shit on everything. He just shit on everything, man, because Ho Yi is actually an OP god. But people don't want to hear that shit. They want anime-ass endings, right? They want you to pick Ymir, go balls to the wall, go 0-5, right? I hear this too. Oh, Nshadow, you're such a dumbass, dude. I can't believe you give up 5 seconds into the game when you get first blooded as Ymir versus on her. I'm like, homie, I have played this game and analyzed it enough to understand that when I'm down 0-1 against an on her as Ymir, you're not winning that. Unless he DCs, you're not going to win that, man. If anything, it's disrespectful to my opponent to believe that you're going to win in that situation, man. It's actually ridiculous that people will look at me and say, Nshadow, how can you F6 that, man? Like, it's absolutely crazy, dude. I don't understand it. So I wanted to make this video because it's very important to me that people understand that certain things, man, they're out of your control in Joust. There's a reason the meta exists. There's a reason fucking gods like AMC, Ho Yi are at the top. Their options are better. They have, you know, they have tools that other gods don't, etc., etc. But people always want to see an anime-ass ending. So the reason that most people get mad at me is because I like to break it down analytically, right? And when I do, motherfuckers go nuts. They go bananas, dude. They're just like, you are only using excuses to try to boost your own. Homie, I've beaten Keegs in situations. I don't think I'm anywhere near as good as Keegs. I think Keegs is a better player than me overall. But I have beaten Keegs multiple times. And that doesn't mean that I was outplayed Keegs in those games. He was a fucking bad god and I was a good god. Like, I will openly admit that. You know, it happens, man. It happens. I had matchup versus Mextex, right? The big best of 5 we just had. And I fully admitted that I had the advantage in almost all of those matchups that I won. I ended up winning 3 of them. It's good shit. I was happy. Like, a good day, right? But Mex ended up choosing those gods. So, you know, it's on him. It's on me when I choose a shitty god, right? But I'll always say that. You know? That's what I'm saying. You gotta understand that there are that there is a meta. There are things like tier lists. They exist for a reason. It's not just one player inserting his opinion because he wants to make himself feel better. You know, I'm not saying, like, if I wanted to make myself feel better, homie, I would put Ymir at S+, because I shit on people with Ymir. My Ymir is godlike. But if I fucking put Ymir at S+, it's a lie, man. It doesn't matter. Like, I've beaten fucking Hoyis with Ymir. That doesn't mean that Ymir wins that. Just the same way that I have outplayed Hoyis with Ymir and then still lost. And you have to understand that sometimes if I say something was an outplay but I still lost, like, that happens, man, because in the realm of fucking Joust, you have to outplay like 90-10. 90-10 in order to actually win that shit. That's how it goes. First blood, we did it. My lord. So, you gotta understand, there's a point where outplaying just isn't enough, right? You have to outplay in certain matchups to the extent that you completely shit on the other guy. I have to completely shit on the other guy, man. You have to go 9-0. I'll even say it in certain matchups. I'll be like, if I don't go about 9-0 here, we can't win. And the people that know their shit in Joust will be like, yeah, he's right, you know? Because I'm not trying to say I'm right about everything, right? I could be wrong about a lot of things here. 100%, I'm a complete dumbass sometimes. But when I tell you 100% that this is a losing matchup, and here's why, you know, you better actually try to question that with knowledge, other than just saying, like, this guy is clearly just making tier lists and making statements to make himself feel better. Why would that make me feel better? It doesn't. It doesn't, man. It sucks to admit that the game mode is completely polarized towards the top gods. If I wanted to make it appear differently, I would. Then we can get more players. I can get more viewers out of it. You know, the whole world would be profiting more if Joust was a little bit better. And if I was to project some sort of image like that to you guys, that would actually be in my favor. But instead, I want to let you guys know the way things are. One, so maybe one day it can be used to as a way to balance things, as a way to look at the game mode. And it's really cool that Hi-Rez actually, you know, talked to me about stuff like that at times, and they took into account my opinions and things like that. It's, you know, people just don't like to hear the way things are sometimes. They don't like to hear that. And that's all I wanted to emphasize here, you guys. I love you. If you've been supporting me, I love the support, and I love you, and I really, really appreciate it. Whether you understand me or not, I would love for you to understand me, because I hate seeing people in the comments be like why, like, I love you, watching you Nshadow, but why you always gotta blame the god when you lose? Like, it's not that I'm blaming the god, man. It's that I'm telling you, like, this was a major factor. This was a major factor in why we lost, man. That's just straight up. You gotta admit that. And I always admit why it was a major factor when I win too. This matchup I'm playing right now against YOLO, I kind of have to snowball here and absolutely shit on his face in the beginning in order to win this. If not, dude, he will win. And him winning this does not make YOLO anywhere near better than me. I've shit on YOLO countless times. I beat his top tiers with Ymir consistently. So YOLO is in no way better than me, right? But he is a better god here. You have to accept the limitations that the gods have. You gotta understand those things, man. You gotta, or else you're just deluding yourself, you know? So, I love you guys. Like I said, I hope you understand. And, you know, I can make misplays too. Like, that was a misplay. Shouldn't have done that, right? Should have not put myself in position. Also, I'm getting some weird lag where the gold is not being attributed correctly. But you gotta understand that these things really do exist, and I'm not just saying shit. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Oh, fuck. I'll see you on the next video. Oh, Jesus. Oh, wait. You dead. You dead as fuck, YOLO. That's right, baby. That's right. Okay. I'll see you guys. I love you. Sorry I did this mid-game. I just had a burst of creative energy and wanted to throw it out there. Thank you for listening. God bless you. I'll see you all tomorrow.